Hi guys and girls, this video is to help you get started on your Data About Us Investigation 3.1 lab sheet. I put some notes on the top of the lab sheet for you that we went over in our video yesterday. So just a reminder that the quartiles are the three dividing points that take your data and split it into 4 equal parts. And that's going to give you your lower quartile, your median, and your upper quartile. So quartiles 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. And then your interquartile range, your IQR, is what we're looking for, and you can find that by taking quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So let's get started by just looking at our data here. It says in investigation 1, we looked at Japanese name lengths, and I took some of that data here, and the very first thing it's asking us to do is list the data in order from least to greatest. So you are going to be working on this electronically. You may want to grab a piece of paper and pencil, and it tells you here that you may want to do this on paper and pencil first, and then transfer the answers onto your Google Doc. So I'm going to go ahead here and try to put this data in order least to greatest. And it helps if you write the numbers down on your paper first. That way you can cross off what you've already used, just like I'm going to do here. And I'm going to tilt my paper so I can see all of this a little bit better. So it looks to me like 7 is our least number. And then we have an 8. But we also have another 8. And then there are no 9s. Here's a 10. And we have another 10. And then 11. 12. We have quite a few 12s. I'm going to count how many as I cross them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 12s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 12s. And make sure you leave a good amount of space in between your numbers. You can even go back if you want to and put your little comma in between your numbers so you don't get them confused or they don't look like they're all smushed together into one big number. And then let's see where I left off. I have a 13. Looks like that's the only 13. And a 14. Okay, I like to go back and count how many pieces of data I started with and how many pieces of data I wrote down just to make sure I have them all. So I'm going to do that quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My favorite number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so now it says highlight the median using your highlighting tool in the toolbar. So grab your highlighting tool in the toolbar. I'm going to actually use my highlighter here. And since I have 13 pieces of data, I'm thinking I can count over 6. The 7th piece of data should be my median, and then I should have 6 more on the other side. So let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking this is my median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that looks good. Guys and girls, if you're wondering how I figured that out, if I had 12 pieces of data, half of 12 is 6. So I would count over 6 and draw my line, because then I would have 6 on one side and 6 on the other. Since it's 13, then I know that I would have a number in the middle, which I have here, and then I would have 6 on one side, 6 on the other. Okay? Now, it says which two numbers is Q1 in between? What is Q1? So let me go back here and count. Like I said, I have 6 pieces of data on this side. So I'm going to count over 3. 1, 2, 3, and draw my line here. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is actually my Q2. and Q1 is right here, and it asks which two numbers is it between. So it's between 8 and 10, and then what is that going to be? If it's between 8 and 10, it's going to have to be 9. Okay, now which two numbers is Q3 in between? So let me count over 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So here's my Q3. So Q3 is actually in between 12 and 12. So what number comes between 12 and 12? Well, that would have to be 12. Just 12. So now we have to find the IQR. So I have to go back and I have to find my Q3, which is 12, minus my Q1, which is 9, and that tells me that my IQR, is 3. Okay, so now your directions for the next part say to use the data from Investigation 1, Korean name links, to complete the following on the next page. Okay, so what you're going to do is on the next page, the same thing that we just went over with a different data set. So order the data least to greatest. Which number is the median in between? So this time you're not going to highlight or circle a median. You have to find the median in between two different numbers, and then find Q1, Q3, and the IQR. If you have questions or you get stuck, please email me and I will be happy to help.